Okay, I think this is pretty good. We start with the shading. And the overall, the shape is good. Hmm. Let's merge these. I think we're at a pretty good position right now. So what I like to do for the eyes again, let the drop shadow down. Remember, go far. Go far. Easier to see the picture in full view. This a little bit too. Yes, like that. Hmm. Something's wrong. Feel it. It just usually takes a while, so hang in there. Even with illustration, especially because I'm doing this live with you guys without any prior preparation, it sometimes doesn't come out at as smoothly as I like. Imagine if every single time I draw it just automatically looks beautiful and everything it's proportionate. If that were to be the case, art will be so much easier. And again, even if you're a seasoned artist, there's time where you will be struggling. So just give yourself time, don't rush it. Slowly build up. Slowly build up. That's the key. I think I might like this a little bit bigger. That is 4. This is also a little bigger. Oh, that's 5. If you are wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking over here, scale ratio, on the scale to be just right. Okay, I think I like this a lot more. Yeah, I like this a lot more. Move this up by 1 pixel. Sometimes there's just no rules to certain things. You'll probably look at me and ask, like, what changed? It's just a couple pixel, but trust your eyes, because sometimes there's no explanation on how or on why I like to change certain things. First of all, it could be just my style, and I like this part at this position. This look a lot better for me. There's not really any proper explanation. It's just look right. That is the best explanation because I think it looks right at that area. Okay, that looks right. This is oh, we're finally going somewhere. I'm so happy. This is really is me on a daily basis. But ever since using this color sketch techniques, things just get a lot easier. Also, I might be a little bit nervous because I'm doing this live without any music at all. Ooh, that was a little bit hard, but I'll do my best. Do my best. We haven't really touched on the mouth, but I'll try to include a mouth rendered tutorials, sheets, and worksheets that you guys can practice on your own just because we are running out of time. Because I'm too slow. I'm so slow. Oh my goodness. Hey. Okay, I like this. I like this. Right? This just looks right. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just look right. Yeah, I like this. And now after I got the now after getting the face semi alright, going to just go straight into rendering the face. The head. That's the difference. Like face, not the face, the head. So what I like to do is let's fill this part in. Kind of annoying. What I like to do is to do an overall shadow casting down this way. Overall shadow casting. So for this piece, I have determined that the light will be hitting from over here. This is where the light shall be. And if you want an easier time, and basically, look at this. I will be dragging this here. I will be moving this actually. I know, such a heavy words. Dragging. Such a drag. Now, and I can look at the lighting a lot easier. Make this a little smaller. I want a lot of space to work on this. So for light hitting in here. I just go really slow. Don't have to do anything crazy. You get the hardness lower. We are shading, right? I'm just looking at the light ref, and it's not 100%. Like I'm not following it at 100%. I'm more combining my style, but also seeing where the light hits. This is truly you using your skill in combination of reference. Like, use a lot. Why limit to why limit yourself to just one thing, right? Okay. And because your skin will be reflecting light, remember, the edge is never really dark. There's always that reflective light sneaking in. I'm here, and I make things look better. Yep, something like this. Then on top of that, we'll be adding blush. You can basically use the same flat shading brush for this. Pick like a pinkish area. And then, as you can see, I have all these three flip to the face. And now all I need to do is just to clean up the face. Clean the face. Now I'll go a little bit heavier on the hardness on with the brush. I want things to look nice and clean. I don't know what this is. Oh wait. This is why it's nice to have a great background so that you can see spot that you don't see before. Right? And now you can zoom in. You're not allowed to zoom in before, but now you can finally zoom in. And just do one task, which is cleaning. Let's just create a habit of like, I know I'm like really distracted. I'm easily distracted and I want to fix things, but try to do one thing at a time. Don't try to multitask too much. Unless you just have to change it, or else you'll forget about it. Let's clean this up. Yep, clean this, and then now we will do the line arts. Finally, the line arts. Just do it really light. For right now, the safest bet is to be really light with everything. And I feel like the reflective light, it's a little bit too hard right now. But I like to do it also kind of heavy. One thinner line art. And thinner. Add more. Or I'll add more. Just go real slow. This like there's still somewhat of a there's still somewhat of a reflective light, but I just don't want it to be way too heavy. Now I'm going to the color down. A darker color. Let's see. These? Oh, let's try this. A lot better. Oh, something like this. Okay. Something like that should be good. Around this part up. Raise this part. Because the line art looks way too low on the opacity. Yep, something like this for the rendering of the face. Like this is just the first rendering face. So things will change later. Things will change. Just be patient with yourself. Slowly build up. So now I'll fix shape of eyes. What I like to do is to have a really heavy outline. Since we are doing this eyes rendering, like since we have blue for eyes, I'll teach you guys on how to do eye rendering that is inspired by water. How cool is that? My gosh, let's make this illustration water-based. I love how spontaneous this class is. I just kind of think of things on the spot. This is really 100% raw process of how I draw on a daily basis. Now you can see the the process of creating an illustration from me. It's a little bit chaotic. But if it works, it works, right? If it works, it works. Everybody has their own way of doing their art. There's no rules. I'm just sharing my way. And if you learn a thing or two, that's great. If you don't like it, or if you want to actually mix your way with mine, let's go ahead. This is why I like to do tutorials. This is why I like to share my techniques. Because I basically learn from observing others. And I feel like if I do that, then it's just the right thing for me to offer the same thing to others. Plus, I've been getting quite a lot of questions on, oh, Alice, how do you do this illustration? Now, as you guys can see, this chaotic process, which is, I don't think there's a label, but this is very Alice. Simple things is very Alice. How to illustrate the Alice way. With the edge, remember, we like a little reddish in color. The gradient. It's a stylistic choice. There's no reason. Just I want things to be a little bit more coherent. The skin. And the outline for this area, I'll do red. Stay on brand. Like this. And as you can see, I save this process every 2 minutes. Just Control S. It's really easy. It's really easy if you have a keyboard too. Like, it's okay if you don't want to use a keyboard, you can just swipe. I mean, do it like this, and you can do your little key things however you want, but I like more space on my desk, and it's just more ergonomic for me to not have both of my hand on the tablet. That's just me. Okay. Don't go way too detailed now. Don't go way too detailed now. We're still at first layer of render. First layer of render. Don't do anything crazy. Hmm. And it's okay. Sometimes leave things a little bit messy. Nothing wrong with that. I feel like letting things a little bit imbalanced or having brush strokes or still leaving texture just make your drawing more organic. Less like proper, less clean. I mean, it can still be clean from afar. Just when you zoom in, I think that your drawing might benefit if you leave it a little bit messy. That show your brushstrokes. Don't be afraid. Just try new things. I used to be super, super clean with everything. I used to be so obsessed with, oh my gosh, everything has to be clean. everything has to be just like this and that, but then is it really like worth it? Looking from afar, if it's look clean from afar, then it's clean. I'm not crazy with it. Have to push yourself too much. Or lush. This. So now for like it looks better, right? So that's why I was like, trust the process. It looks chaotic, but then you slowly build, you slowly carve into it, you slowly sculpt it. It's going to look okay. It's going to be okay. I don't know if I'm saying this to myself or to you guys, but let me get at the eyelids. Look how cute she is already, and like this is just the face. That's why it's like the face is so important. 'Cause as you can see, like even though we trace over the reference, it just doesn't look like the reference in the end. I just want to get the angle right, and that's it. Like use it, but then are you really using it 100%? No. So just be confident. Use it as a base, build more on it. That's why it's made for. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. That's fine. But for those who are having trouble or struggling a little bit, it's not like I'm struggling. It's more like I like to invest my time in rendering and in other areas. So if I can jot down the face as fast as possible, why not do that? And then I can use the other time I have to spend on shading, to spend on color harmony and all of that. Just why can't I do that? No? And now, where's the face? Where's my face? Oh wait, there it is. So after you have the squiggly line outward, it's okay. I'm gonna draw on top of this. It's okay. It's going to be alright. Just trust me. What you like to do, not just make blob, but the goal is to have something pointing downward right in the middle, right here. Right in the middle. Oh, right here. Like a dark color of your eyes color, just a darker color. Nothing else crazy. Give me one sec. There it is. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, let's get this party started. Nice. And now, get a darker color up here. And again, okay, just be messy. We're building it. What I like to do for water, fish effect, I like to draw another line outside right here. Just outline it, kind of like that. And if you look far away, it's kind of look like water, right? And I have that watery look. Gosh. Speak. Then add a darker color on the outline. I know this is a little bit extra. You guys don't have to do the eye as like details me, but I like to be extra. The first thing I look in is the eyes. I want it to be pretty. I want it to have texture. I want it to stands out. So I'm okay with investing more time in here. That's why I don't invest much time in getting the angle right. Because I want to focus on other area. add in like random shading. And now I'm gonna add the reflective light on the top after outline the flow of art. Reflective light on the top. So just get a neutral gray. Draw a blob here. Same with this part, a blob. It looks like beans. It looks like beans. But if I tone it down, you can see it's acting as a reflective of the eyes and make the eyes a lot more lush and marble-like and crystal-like. And this part below, I like to tone down the hardness. Get for this, let's get like a orangish color. If it works, orange it works. Okay, orange works. Yes, complementary color. Let's go. Remember, complementary color. What is that? You see this blue? Right across from the blue is orange. That's it. Complementary color. And this is just to add that extra flair into your rendering. Also, the reason why I'm doing little cut-ups like this is basically the reflection from the eyelash going down. It's just that. You guys asking me, oh, Alice, why are you doing that? It's just a reflective from the eyelash going down. Nothing important. Well, it is very important. And then now with a very light hardness, with level 1 hardness, I'm gonna click on invert right here. Basically an eraser tools. And just kind of erase. Because again, it is reflective part. It's not anything crazy. And then you can use this add. Well, add doesn't really add much. Oh my gosh. Or you could use color dodge, but I think this is good enough. You can go to tone correction and then go to color lighter. Something like this. You're good, yes. Like that. Huh. Okay. This looks really nice from afar. And now the fun part is adding in the eye sparkle. So I'll do like this is the part I really like because you can basically do any shape you like. It's anime. Like I can do the white sparkle as stars. I can do it as a heart. I can do it as a star. I can do however I want. So let's do as a stars. This looks more like a flower, but okay. It's okay. Don't try to make things too perfect. Right? Sometimes leave it a little bit like a blob. It's also cute. Brings out the organic, brings out the natural in artwork made by human. We make mistakes. Let's highlight that mistake. Right? Okay. That looks good, Chief. That's look good. So now, right at this area right here, just add 2 more little dots. 2 more. This is stylistic choice. If you don't want to add it, it's okay too. So now we outline the Y sparkle with red and blue to create that 3D effect. If blue is way too similar, you can go to a little bit more purple, but I think blue works the best. Red and blue, actually. Red and blue works the best. Something like this. We could